in every single one of the last 7 games to opposing quarterbacks. That's a stat for you. The Titans, terrible against quarterbacks. And prior to his injury, Trevor Siemian was coming off a 368-yard, 3-touchdown, no turnover day against the Chiefs, no less, in Week 12 before he got hurt. So Siemian, if he plays, you could do worse. Carson Wentz, quarterback, 29.7% owned. Turnovers have really shrouded a quietly solid last 3 weeks for him. He scored double-digit fantasy points over that span, gets a Washington team that's allowed 20 or more fantasy points, and 7 touchdowns over the past 3 weeks. Also, could do worse there, but my number 1 quarterback for fantasy purposes, my number 1 sleeper, Joe Flacco, only owned in 25.7% of leagues. Shocking stud since his bye in Week 8. Here's Joe Flacco's stats. Since his Week 8 bye, 230-plus yards in every game, 5 touchdown and interception ratio, double-digit fantasy points every week, and they get New England. So there's always the potential for garbage time. Joe Flacco, my number 1 fantasy quarterback streamer. And then for wide receiver, running back, and tight end, I'm just going to do 1 for each. At running back, we stick with the same team. Kenneth Dixon, owned in 48.2% of leagues. He's going to only put up 7 points. That doesn't look amazing on paper. If you take a closer look at the numbers, he's the number 2 running back. He has 10 or more touches in back-to-back games, including 4 catches in each of the last 2 games. So he's involved in the passing game, especially if you're in PPR leagues, and 157 total yards. Kenneth Dixon has surprised me, even though he's playing behind Terrence West. And if anything were to happen to West, Dixon, his value would skyrocket. So I'm liking I'm liking Dixon as a solid play this week. It's not a great week for running backs, but whatever it is. At wide receiver, Pierre Garçon, owned in 44.1% of leagues since the bye numbers. He's got some impressive numbers since the bye as well for him. The last 4 weeks, 23 catches, 318 yards, and a touchdown, 36 fantasy points. The Eagles are terrible against wide receivers. 27th against receivers from week. They have allowed at least 1 touchdown to a wide receiver in all but 1 game. So the Eagles, pretty bad against wide receivers. Garçon is on a streak. I like him this week against Philadelphia. And my number 1 tight end this week, for the final player I'll drop for you, Ladarius Green, 34.5%. He, over the past 2 weeks, has caught 8 passes for 177 yards and a touchdown, 23 fantasy points. He is emerging as a threat in this Steelers offense. Last week, Ben Roethlisberger, when throwing to Ladarius Green on passes 15 or more yards downfield, 3 for 5 with a touchdown. So not only is he becoming a threat, but he's a deep threat. Okay, they're throwing the ball to him downfield. He is a nice sleeper this week if you need a tight end. He is boomer bust. I'll give you that. I really see Green going catchless. Weapons. Ladarius Green, though, is a guy I would definitely keep on your fantasy radar. I'd pick him up, especially if you have a bench spot that you need to fill. Green is a guy that is boomer bust week to week, and especially if you need help in the fantasy playoffs. You know, for example, if you are going into a matchup where your opponent is favored by 30 points, you're like, I need a guy that could get me a lot of points. Ladarius Green is a guy because while he could be held catchless, I can also just as easily see him going off for 150 yards, 2 touchdowns. This could be Green's week. Keep an eye on him. All right, those are my fantasy sleepers for this week. Tyler, turn it back over to you.
All right. Well, that about does it for me as well. So.
Well, that worked out well. If you have a quick quiz, we got 12 minutes till it starts. If you got a quick quiz, you know what? I'm game. But it's got to be quick.
All right, give me a sec then. Let me just pull up the paper. Wow. Let me just pull the thing up here real quick. And then, yeah. All right, let me see if I can find okay. So, the next one I did, this one will probably be a little bit easier for you.
Okay.
Top 10 albums of 20.
10 albums.
Let me see. There's 1, 2, 3. Well, I guess one that's from last year, and 2 that are from, I believe, about 10 years ago, and all the rest are from this year.
Oh, really? Okay. So, wait, so say that again, then how many from this year? Sorry,
One
this
from-
is how many? 10? This is 10, right?
Yes. 1 from last year, 2 from about 10 years ago, and then all the rest are from this year.
Okay, so 1 from last year, 2 from 10 years ago, and 7 from this year.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want...
Also, I would, about the difficulty that this presents. I would have preferred, probably. But anyways,
what
I
would
will
you have
give
preferred?
it
Sorry.
a shot. How about, how about for actually, at least just for today, let me do the first 5.
Sounds good.
I will do.
All right, so that changes this then. So 1 through 5 then are 4 of them are from 2016, and 1 of them is from last year.
Okay, got it. So, process going into this. I'm thinking we're going to be seeing Gold, Frankincense, and Myrrh for today Wage War albums.
All right. Well,
So
I have
you're
like
gonna have to help me
specific.
maybe
I
with
have
some of these.
specific albums. Hang on. So
What'd you say?
just name the artist, and I'll name off their albums then.
Okay, got it. I know a couple of these, but I'm trying to think. I can't remember if Wage War released a album this year. Now, don't album this year if their last one was 2015, because I know they released one last year. It was called Blueprints, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if they released one this year.
To give you a little bit of help with that, they did not.
I know they released an EP. I don't think they released one this year.
They didn't release an EP.
Would you say they didn't?
They didn't. They got an album coming out next year.
All right. Well, I'm gonna guess Gold, Frankincense, and Myrrh, Identity Crisis.
Hang on, GFM, Identity.
So I'm also going to say, did GFM release an EP too, or is it just their album?
That was last year. Oh, real quick.
Okay.
I have this set. Only 1 album, song, whatever per artist.
Okay. Got it.
So you have GFM down. GFM Identity Crisis.
Okay. All right. Did For Today release an album in 2016?
No.
Why did I think they did?
They got their farewell tour.
Why did I think they did? Maybe that's what I was thinking of.
That's probably it.
I'll ask you another question. How many of your top 5 besides GFM are bands that were in your top from earlier?
From top 10, let me see. In the top 5, all of them. All of them were in my top 10 bands list.
Top 10. Okay. That's what I thought anyways. I was going to guess that, even if you hadn't. Let me think. So I got Identity Crisis. I know Disciple releasing it. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I'm just thinking out loud here.
All
right. Disciple released an... Oh, yeah, that's right. Long Live the Rebels. Long Live the Rebels.
You want to put that one down?
What'd you say?
You want to put that one down? Long Live the Rebels?
Yes. Long Live the Rebels. Put that one down.
Okay.
And let me think. I want to say Metallica too, because I'm just trying to think of their album. I know they released one in 2016, or at least I think they did.
They did.
So I'm gonna say now. Let me just think. I'm trying to think of the name because I think.
But you do want to put Metallica down, right?
But yeah, I'm gonna put Metallica down. I'm trying to think of the name of their album. I can't remember if that's the name of a song or not. Just put the Metallica's band down for now.
All right.
Or Metallica's album down for now.
We got 2 more.
And got 2 more. I am going to say that released an album. I know that. For Today, that was on your list, wasn't it?
Yeah.
For Today, I'm going to say their album as well. Did they release one now? I can't remember if they released one in 2016 or not.
We already had this discussion.
Oh, wait, did I already put that one down?
No, we already had the discussion if 4 Day released one this year or not.
Not For Today. I didn't mean For Today. I meant, what was it? I can't remember which one I meant. So, what do I have? Metallica's album, GFM.
And Disciple.
And Disciple, Long Live the Rebels.
Yep.
I'm trying to think. Who else? Read me off the ones that were in your top 10 again.
Top 10 bands? Alright. Wage War, Metallica, Korn, For Today, Fit for a King, Avenged Sevenfold, Memphis Mayfire, Disciple, GFM, and NF.
Memphis Mayfire, I think, is who I was thinking of. Did they release an album in 2016?
Yeah.
I don't know the name of that one, but yes, it was Memphis Mayfire.
That one's called This Light I Hold.
What do you say?
This Light I Hold. Now, you have to guess one...
This Light I Hold, okay.
Yeah. Now you have to guess one album that came out from last year.
One album that came out from last year, and it still is in your
top 10.
Top 10.
Yeah.
Correct. Read me through the last 5 of your 5 through 10 of your top 10 bands list.
5 through 10.
Yeah.
Fit for King, Avenged Sevenfold, Memphis Mayfire, Disciple, GFM, NF.
Alright, I am going to say... I don't even know if they did, but I'm going to... And don't even tell me if they did, just put it down. Avenged Sevenfold album from last year. I don't even know if they did release one last year, but... Don't tell me, just put it down.
Alright.
I don't think they did, but anyways. Alright, let's see what I got. If I got 2 right, I'll be happy.
Alright, do you want to put them in any specific order or not?
Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot to do that. Put Long Live the Rebels number 1, put GFM number Identity Crisis number 2. Tell me the name of Metallica's album now. I'm gonna kick myself.
Hardwired to Self-Destruct.
Hardwired to Self-Destruct. I knew it too. Okay, that's gonna be number 3.
Alright.
And then Korn's album number 4. And
hang on. You're messing up your list now. You have. Do you want to put? You have the ones that you put down. You had GFM, Disciple, Metallica, Memphis Mayfire, and Avenged Sevenfold.
Memphis Mayfire I meant instead of Korn. I don't know why I said Korn.
Okay.
Memphis Mayfire is 4.
All right.
Their album, and then For Today, I for the life of me can't think of.
Avenged Sevenfold's your last one. They had.
Yeah, I'm gonna put them. They're an album from last year, number 5. I don't even know if they released one last year, but
all right.
I'm stumped as to that one.
So your list, you got. Let me see.
I'll be happy if I get one right. Let's just say.
Out of the top 5, you got one of them.
Yes.
So I put you at 23.5.
Yes.
But after that, you didn't get anything.
All right. Well, shoot. Fire. So wait. I know it's either Long Live the Rebels or Identity Crisis is the one that's in there.
Do you want me to tell you which one it is?
I think it's probably Long Live the Rebels.
No, it's not.
It's Identity Crisis?
Yeah, it is.
So Long Live the Rebels is not one of your top 5 favorite bands albums from 2016.
It's not in the top 5, but it's in the top 10.
It has to be in the top 10.
It's in the top 10, but it's not in the top 5. All right. Now, what's funny is Avenged Sevenfold will release now this year.
Is that in this list?
That is in this list. But
Dang
you
it.
But you named the wrong album though.
Wait, don't tell me the name of Avenged Sevenfold's album. I know they released one this year too.
It's the one I've been talking about all night.
I know now. I can't think of. I'm drawing a blank. Don't tell me. I'll think of it. Tell me what the next ones are.
All right. So your list is Long Live the Rebels, Identity Crisis, Hardwire, Self-Destruct, This Light I Hold, and